All right, everybody, moving on to the Dew Point Pant. Now, they come in a multitude of colors, both the same. The colors here are the Big Game Optifade Subalpine, excuse me, the Open Country, the Pyrite, which is what the jacket was, that off green, the Sitka Black, which is this, what I'm about to go over, and then they have a blue, which is their Deep Water, which honestly looks pretty sharp. I like the color scheme they went with there. But what we got today, what we're working with is, obviously we just handled the jacket, which was in the Pyrite. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the matching color in the pant. It sold out as per usual really fast. And I don't blame everyone hopping on that train. So let's cover the Dew Point pants. All right, these are in the Sitka Black. I wanted to make sure that I got, you know, at least a decent color scheme. If I have to toss these on, I'm not wearing like a blue upper and then, you know, I don't know, a camo bottom. But I will add, the blue is not available in the pants. It's just the two camouflage patterns, the Pyrite and the Sitka Black, okay? We're not rocking any blue pants out there in the wilderness, all right? So let's go right off the website here. Our 3-layer GORE-TEX Dew Point Pant offers waterproof protection when you're 3 days in and the clouds turn black. Minimally featured, including micro tape seams and 0 pockets, okay, and we'll touch on that. It's made from 20 denier nylon ripstop face and GORE-TEX C-KNIT backer technology for easy movement and packability in the mountains. 2-way side zips, no pit zips, just side zips on this one. All for easy on and off and venting. The articulated fit won't tug when you're navigating through rough country or hiking in the rain. And that is, for anyone who has done so, a very important selling point when making equipment, especially rain equipment. So let's start from the top and work our way down. We have, and I haven't tried these on, I've only done the jacket, so I'm anxious to try these. The belt. I've never had any gear that has this belt like it. I tried it on just to get the fit, and it was honestly pretty solid. So they just have your typical nylon belt. All right. Now, if you see the buckles on the belt, the actual shape, and then you have your actual the piece that goes into it. So all you're doing is going like that. I'll show you guys the backside. All we're doing is putting one piece into the puzzle. And you can see there's that little notch where all we're doing is pulling it back to secure it. Just like that. Actually, it's a pretty good hold. And you have to use a little bit to get it undone, but not a huge deal for rain gear. Now, I don't think that anyone's really relying on the belt in this circumstance as much with the overshells like this. So they have, in addition to the belt that is weaved into the actual perimeter of the pants, they have a really nice button closure here. All right, they have like their typical kind of L-shaped, upside down L shape. All you're doing is just clipping it in, and you're good to go. That's actually pretty secure. That's actually a pretty good button. Now we've got our small sized zipper, and this is actually really well held in there. Most of the time, some seem flimsy. Not always with Sitka stuff, but some zippers seem really flimsy on rain shell jackets or pants. This is actually really well made. I mean, obviously it's for Sitka, but in terms of you definitely feel you have more of a pull to make on the actual zipper here. They do have dual zippers, so one from the bottom and one from the top when you got to do your business. Again, this is not much to this. I'll go over the features, of course, but besides that, it's just the same material all the way down. There's nothing else to it in terms of enclosures or pockets. What you have, and this is really what makes it, you know, the Dew Point pants, all the way from the bottom. So this is the bottom pant leg on the left side, all right? And it's like this on both sides. You've got your one pull tab here. And if you can see, that runs from the bottom all the way up to about 1.5 inches off of your waist belt here, off of where your waist is at. All right. Now these are a large. I'm usually a 33 regular waist, and it fits perfectly. And that's with 2 layers underneath. All right. My outer pants, and then if you have a lightweight compression pant underneath it, which I wanted to test that on purpose for those kind of hike-ins. It will go all the way down, and you literally you have access to everything. It's super simple, nothing to read into too much. I will say that at the bottom of the pant leg, there's an additional closer. Some people like this, some people don't. All you have is this right here. You can pull it apart if you need a little bit more give. But the biggest thing about this is just, I wouldn't say there's really much to this. I'm not really sure why they put this in there. It's more so of the zipper protection. You guys can see there, you can see the back side, and now it's just flush. That's all they're really doing with that. It doesn't tighten it, doesn't make the pant leg like a spat or a gator. Just kind of there to keep that irritation off. All right. Logo wise, and this is the Sitka Black. So the Sitka Black, all that means is that instead of graying everything out or blacking everything out to match the actual color of the piece, they put the colors back in. So you have your GORE-TEX label over here on the right side, right behind the first, or excuse me, the only belt loop. On the right pant leg, about halfway down, you've got the Sitka logo. And again, the Sitka Black is just that color with the normal logo colors put in. Now, you can definitely see they've got a little bit of a reinforced crotch here, not by much, but they definitely made it so that if you've ever worn like the grinder pants, or any other pants for that matter, you kind of have that freedom of motion, where for guys, we really like that. So that's included as well. On the back of the left pant leg, you just have their Sitka logo. All right, pretty standard for their branding. Now, if you remember from when we talked about the jacket and the pockets, on the jacket it actually creates a pocket environment for whatever you're trying to hold. With these, complete opposite. You don't really have a pocket, you don't really have that access. The only thing you have is, again, right from the full length of the pant, that zipper. So if you have to access something, it's not like there's another pocket. You're just going straight through to your pant leg, okay? And that's why I like this, because this is a shell. Not so much as important as it would be with a jacket, and I like that they separated those two. Because they easily could have put a pocket in here, and I think that would have screwed up the whole thing. So, big fan of it. I haven't tested the pants. I've tested the jacket, and that's easily a 5 out of 5 rating, without a doubt. 5 out of 5 for that. The only part that was wet on me was wherever the rain was hitting on my face, and that was probably just my nose. Everything else, bone dry. We have a storm coming up this week, a good downpour. Hopefully it doesn't turn to snow, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to test all these pieces, the jacket and the actual the pant shell here, and give you a really accurate assessment. But just judging off the material and how well it's constructed and all the seams being covered, I can't foresee anything getting to me unless I really just open up those pant legs and let any moisture in there. But initial reaction and just seeing them right out of the package, I'm going to give them 4.5 out of 5. I'm really confident in these pants. So these are super light as well. You can pack them up, roll them up. If you have bungee cords, or I like to use just rubber bands, just really roll it up tight, throw some bands on there, and toss it in your pack. With rain gear though, I'll give you a tip. Maybe you're not used to how to pack a ruck or pack a pack, whatever you want to call it. Always keep your most essential items, in this case rain gear, and this is just coming from being in the infantry. Always keep your rain gear, which in my opinion is one of the most morale boosting items when on the march, at the top of your pack. Have it somewhere easily accessible. With our rucks that we had this like inner net on the flap that went over our rucks. That's where I would always keep my rain gear, because I knew that if I had to quick unclip my ruck to get something, that was the first pocket that was accessible, and I didn't have to, you know, unbungee the actual pocket to get into it and kind of mess up what I have already organized, which is a pain in the butt, especially if you're covered a lot of mileage. I kept this in that inner pocket on top of the flap, or under the flap, excuse me. Always accessible. And when you're done, it was a vented pocket, so this would just dry out naturally. All right. So remember, take care of your gear. Have it accessible if you're on the hike, on the hunt. Easy access is key, and that's what's going to keep you dry, guys. So 5 out of 5 for the jacket, 4.5 out of 5 just because I haven't tested it for the pants shell. And I think these are going to have some great results, guys. So if you have ever seen anything fail with this in the short time you've had it, let me know. If not, go get yourself a pair, check them out. They're, well, I mean, it's Sitka. They're pretty expensive. So try them out, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one. We are out.